Good morning, everyone. John Haremza here. We'll get started momentarily. Just give another about another 30 seconds or so for people to join in, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is you're coming in from. Excited to be with you. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. I certainly did. I was at Loomerland. Sean and Ty Loomer, who are product formulators, bringing us the enzyme product, soon to be this particular product right here. This is not the official packaging, but this is an unbelievable CBD product. We're going to talk more about that, but I'm super excited to be with you here. And we are going to take about 30 minutes, give you a very exciting overview of Valentines, what I believe to be the most exciting, compelling opportunity in America right now, which is the Valentines opportunity. So before I jump into that, let me just take a moment and give you a little history, a little background on myself, and then we'll jump into the formal presentation. I've actually been involved in this industry here of network marketing now for 32 years, actually coming up on 33 years. Crazy how time flies. But anyway, my background, before I entered this industry, I grew up in a small town in Minnesota, a town of about 2,000 people. Right out of high school, I went to work in a factory. My dad was a janitor at a high school. My mom worked in a dog food factory. I was just following suit. I went to work in a factory. I was in maintenance. I was welding, building, maintaining equipment, things of that nature. I have a learning disability. I have dyslexia. Still struggle with it today. Back then, really affected my self-esteem, my self-confidence. I was very shy, very introverted. Literally wouldn't even say hi to someone unless they said hi to me first. And the only reason I share that with you is because as you're looking at this, somebody may have invited you to see what Valentines is all about. You might be like me, have never sold anything before. You maybe, like me, have never in your wildest imaginations even thought about doing something like this before. And that was me. And so what's exciting about what it is that we have, it doesn't matter what your age, what your education, what your finances, where you live, what you do. It's a level playing field. I mean, this is something that you can do. And if anything comes from my story, here now 32 years in this industry, I entered the industry, guys, with a goal of just wanting to make a few hundred extra dollars a month, part-time. And then I started, I realized that fairly quickly, thinking, wow, what would it be like to make $1,000 a month part-time? That would literally double my income. And then I started thinking about full-time. And for me, that was $3,000 a month. It took me 6 months to accomplish that. And then it just kind of took a course, a path of its own. Now here, 32 years later, $26 million in earnings. Think about this, to be involved in something for as long as I have been doing this and to be this excited, about where I am, what's going on in the future of our company. Folks, that's an exciting place to be. So the one of the things I want you to understand is you can do this. It doesn't matter, again, your age, your education, your finances, what you do, where you live, nothing matters. The only thing that really matters is you recognize what's happening here, number one, and number two, take action on it. So with that being said, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to go into a little bit of a formal presentation, and then we will. Whoops, that's not it. I'll share my screen, and then I'll come back and let you hear a few incredible testimonials. Okay, so I think the first thing that we need to think about is, are people looking for, or do they want what we have to offer? And so what does the Valentines Business opportunity products offer? Well, number one, extra money, right? I mean, I think everyone today, especially what's gone on in the world, could use some extra money. And, whether it's a few $100s, a month, whether it's a few $1,000s a month, whether it's serious income, ridiculous income, it's all being done here. It's all being done here from people from all different walks of life, backgrounds, and parts of the world, right? So yes, there is money to be made here. Number two, the products. I think everyone is interested in better health, especially again, what's happened in the world, people probably paying more attention to their health, looking for healthcare solutions, and we have products. We'll touch on some of that. And then time freedom. And this is a big one that people, I don't think, really think about because they don't think it's possible, right? The ability to remove yourself from the day-to-day activity it takes to generate an income, right? I mean, most people work a job, and if they stop working, they stop getting paid, right? If they don't go to work, they don't get paid. And, that's linear income. But there is a small portion of the population that's able to access something called residual income or leveraged income, the ability to earn off of the efforts of other people. And for most people, it's just not possible. Well, with this business model, because of the consumption of people utilizing the products, because of the opportunity and being able to share with others that can share with others and so on and so forth, you can earn residual income. You can earn leveraged income. You can essentially, as you build this, remove yourself from the day-to-day activities it takes to generate that income. Folks, that is where you can match income with lifestyle and time freedom. So that's a very exciting concept. Bottom line is 96% of people laying awake at night, they're worrying about their health, they're worrying about their finances, they don't know what to do, where to turn, they're living a life of quiet desperation. They're looking for someone to reach out to give them some hope, give them a way out. And that's the other thing that's so exciting, because you can learn as you earn. As I mentioned, most people do this on a part-time basis. And what makes it possible is this incredible industry, and yes, I say incredible, industry of network marketing, the home-based business. And a lot of people don't understand it, and so I want to help you better understand it. But first off, I want you to understand that it's been around for 70 plus years. Nearly $200 billion products, goods, and services are marketed this way around the world, right? And folks, that's all it really is. It is another method of distribution. And to better understand it, we're just going to make a quick comparison to traditional methods of distribution, say retail. Think of a store and, Target, whatever, and you think about the products sitting on those shelves, and understand that about 50% of the cost of a product sitting on a shelf is advertising, paying actors and athletes and high budget advertising campaigns, literally millions and millions of dollars to get you to walk in that store and pick it off the shelf. And it's not just today in stores, online as well. They have influencers. If you're familiar with The Rock, it said that he gets $1 million for an Instagram post. Well, that $1 million has to be padded into the cost of the product. Well, in network marketing, because people say, where does the money come from? I mean, you hear about these crazy incomes that are possible, that can be earned. How is it possible? Because we're not paying the actors and the athletes, the high budget advertising campaigns. We're not paying the influencers. That 50% is given to you, real people with real results, sharing their experience, sharing their belief in something. And as a matter of fact, I tell people that, that's really all this business is. When you think about, can you do this business? Have you ever gone to a good movie or eaten at a great restaurant and told somebody about it? And I would bet 100% of you would say, yeah, I've done that. Do you think, here's another question for you. Do you think your excitement towards that movie or that restaurant, as you shared it with someone else, possibly influenced them to go eat at the restaurant or see the movie? And I would bet 100% of you would say yes to that as well. Well, that's all we do here. If you can get excited about what I'm going to share with you, get excited about the products that we have, and then you believe in that, and you share that belief, you share that excitement with someone else, just like that movie or restaurant, you can be successful here. You can grow a business and build an organization just with that one simple principle. So where does the money come from? We don't pay actors and athletes. We don't pay the high budget advertising campaigns. We're not paying the influencers. We're taking that 50%, we're giving it to you, real people with real results. Now, what I've learned in my now 32 years in this industry is that all of these companies, right, enter opportunities are made up of essentially 5 critical elements, right? Company, product, compensation, timing, and training and support. And if 2 or 3 of those critical elements are missing, it doesn't matter how good you are or how hard you work. I mean, despite your best efforts, you're going to struggle. And I share that with you for this reason. Because I know many people have either been involved in something like this before, or they know someone who's been involved. And maybe it hasn't worked out the way they thought it would or hoped it would. And yes, it could be greatly due to someone simply not applying themselves. It doesn't matter, how great everything is. If you're not willing to talk to somebody, if you're not willing to share it with somebody, not much is going to happen, right? But there's also cases where people have worked hard and they haven't made the money. They haven't had the success. And then I believe something else is at play. What I believe it is 2 or 3 of these elements are missing. But when all of them come together and you put in the work, you put in the effort, that's what magnifies and multiplies your effort. I mean, I look at myself today having more success than I've ever had in my life, not doing anything different than I've ever done, right? I mean, it's just, I'm in the right vehicle. I'm in a powerful vehicle that can magnify and multiply my efforts. Now, we got our start as a company in July of 2014. That first year, we did about 300,000 in sales. 2015, about 3 million in sales. 2016, $32 million in sales. And like any company, we had some challenges, some hiccups, dipped a little bit in sales. 2019 exploded again, $88 million in sales. Had a few hiccups again. Now we're back in that exploding mode again. And so I'll talk more about that later, timing wise, but bottom line, we've done now about 250 million in total sales and revenue in 7 years, coming up on 7 years. And what's exciting about that is 2 things. Number one, how few companies make it 7 years and do that type of sales. I mean, we're already in a small league, right? But what's most exciting is where we're going, not what we've done, but where we're going, because I believe we're going to do our next 250 million. So what we've done in the last 7 years, I believe we're going to do again in the next 18 to 24 months. And folks, growth, I've said it already, growth magnifies and multiplies your efforts. 100% debt free. And that's not, loosely said. I mean, we're talking about, the company, the products, the inventory, everything is paid for. There's no loans, supporting. It's one truly a 100% debt-free company. The 6th element, that's the culture. It's the heart. It's the energy, the vibe, the glue that holds the other 5 elements together. Spawns from, you pictured over there, Dave Jordan and his wife Joyce, just solid the earth type people, the visionaries behind the company. Now, the weight loss industry has been a major focus of our company. And this is something that I've struggled with my entire adult life. And for those of you that struggle with weight, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You think about it every single day. And you're willing to try anything. I have tried everything, right? I've done the meal replacements, I've done the shakes, I've done the prescription drugs, acupressure, I've done it all. And one word sums it up, and that is miserable. Okay. The reason why 95+% of diets fail is nobody can do them. They might do them for a week or so, maybe even a month or 2, but long-term, they just can't do it, right? Well, think about this. Imagine there was a product, okay, that you're already consuming, such as coffee. And here's the statistic. About 80% of the population consumes coffee every single day, all right? They don't just consume it, they love it. They're already spending money on it. They can't imagine starting their day without it, and they're going to do it the rest of their life. Now, imagine that coffee having some ingredients that can help control your appetite, help, your metabolism, help you maintain and lose weight. Folks, that is brilliant, right? In my now 32 years in this industry, this is the easiest thing I've ever done, sold or talked about. Now, we have other products that can enhance these results. We got a product called Perk, coupled together with the coffee or as a standalone, does essentially the same thing, but will enhance the results, that appetite suppressant, that burn, that metabolism burn. We have, a family of products to aid in weight loss today. You can kind of tweak them, whether you want the 24/7 carb blocker, whether you want a, cocoa or a keto creamer if you want to live the ketogenesis lifestyle, a product called Tropical Blast if you're not a coffee drinker. And again, but the coffee is the constant. 80% of the population, coffee, folks, second most consumed beverage in the world next to water. There's nothing consumed more than coffee other than water, right? I mean, and imagine that very same thing helping you, something you already do that you love, that you're going to do anyway, you're going to do for the rest of your life, help you manage and control your weight. Brilliant concept. Now, we've just introduced this product. Matter of fact, I mentioned at the beginning of this, I spent this weekend along with about 100 other folks at Sean and Ty Loomer's Ranch in Southern California. Kind of a wellness retreat, so to speak, but they are the formulator behind this product, Relieve. And folks, this is a digestive enzyme, okay? And it's much more than that, because what I've learned about enzymes is, and your gut health, how it basically has an impact on 100% of your overall wellness is due to your gut health, right? It has an impact on everything. And if we can improve that, if we can improve absorption, if we can improve digestion, if we can, help the body by giving it proper enzymes, everything seems to get better, right? So very excited about that product. And I just want to back up for a moment, because we talked about this product, which is coming very soon. And this is a CBD product. And I know some may like CBD, some may not, but most CBD products out there, talk about milligrams. And this is what I learned this weekend, is the regulation, on what can make up those milligrams is very, very loose. And the absorption level of what's out on the market today is incredibly low, right? 5%, 10%. This is 90 plus % absorption. This is a unique, standalone, different delivery system, suspended in water versus oil. This is a standalone, powerful product that's coming to Valentines and other products we learned about as well. Now, we just launched this product. The VSC stands for Valentines Skincare, complete system, a very, very powerful product as well. This is another incredible product, Emulin. We have an Amino Seed. This was brought to us by a gentleman by the name of Dr. Joseph Ahrens. He's a 2-time Nobel Prize nominee. This particular product, a lot of companies talk about their studies. They talk about their research, and you find out it's all on ingredients within the products. This particular product has a clinical study published in a peer medical journal on Emulin, not the ingredients within Emulin, on the actual product itself, documenting its results and how it helps manage people's blood sugars, and how it helps with inflammation, and how it, just a phenomenal, phenomenal product, helping your body process its carbohydrates more efficiently. So phenomenal product. We do have now 30 plus products. We don't have the time here today to go through it all. You can do that on your own. Go to ValentinesProducts.com. See what interests you the most. Get your questions answered. Try some of the products, right? We have some samples out there. But the next thing I want to talk to you about is timing. And this, every company tells you the timing is perfect. What I have learned, okay, is timing is actually very predictable. Timing is a factor of numbers, okay? And it's the short story is, how many distributors are there, and what's the sales volume? And if either one of those numbers are big, you've missed it from a timing standpoint. Well, by both of those measurements, the timing of Valentines truly is perfect, right? Timing, right? It's a factor of numbers. It's very predictable. And so the timing here truly is perfect. And essentially what it is also, another way of looking at it, is to get involved in something, before the whole world has heard about it, and be part of helping the world learn about it. That's where we are here in North America, Europe, Asia. We're right in that sweet spot. Very powerful place to be in a company. Compensation, that's that 50%, that typically would go towards advertising, actors, athletes, influencers. That 50% is what funds our compensation plan, spread out over 7 profit centers. You can establish wholesale customers and earn about 35%. If you buy product up front, say in a business pack, brings your earnings up to about 50% because you decrease the cost you pay. We have, when you introduce someone new to the business, you can earn a one-time first order bonus, fast start bonus, up to $200. A legacy code, this is where the leverage comes in. You begin to earn a legacy bonus off of other people as they bring people into the business. The dual team commissions is the monthly consumption, the residual up to 100,000 per week. 7-generation matching check, global enroller pool, car bonus up to $3,000 per month, starts out at 400. Again, a lot of companies talk about having the best, most lucrative compensation plan. Here's what I'll tell you. I'll go nose to nose, head to head, belly to belly, paycheck to paycheck to anyone in the industry. And we simply pay more people, more money, more often. So the question may be, can I do this? Well, folks, as I shared earlier, if you've ever gone to a good movie or eaten at a great restaurant, told somebody about it, you can do this business, because we really only do two things. We share it with others and we follow up to determine your interest. We have an app that has all the tools. Your job, think about it as your job is to stimulate an interest, to get somebody to say, that sounds interesting. I'd like to know more. And then we have an app. We have websites and physical materials as well, but everything is in this app where you can send somebody a video, send somebody a brochure, send somebody something on the product or testimonial, and get notified when they review it. So all you have to do is, stimulate an interest. Let the tools, let the app satisfy the interest. And the follow-up, that kind of speaks to our training and support, because when you say yes, that's when the job begins. Not when it ends, that's when the job begins. So before I jump into this, if we have time to jump into this, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and we are going to hear from a few people. First off, we're going to go to Salt Lake City, Utah. I see her just taking a drink, Judy Daniels. She was with us this weekend at Lumerland. And Judy, you're off to an incredible start. You're 1 month into our business. You're a brand new diamond. I know you've got an event coming up in June 5th in Salt Lake. You're going to blow the doors off of that. But listen, give us a little bit of your background, okay? Why you're excited about Valentines and what's happened in this very short time.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me okay?
I can, go ahead.
I love Valentines, and I just want to say thank you so much for the opportunity. I was in Lumerland this weekend, and Mr. Hernandez, oh my goodness, what you see is what you get. He's authentic, and he really cares about people. My joy, I'm a real estate agent. I have my family, friends, that's my joy. But what I love is what he's doing. Like, he went and found a way to improve his situation, however you'd like to say that. And then his life commitment, really, I mean, if you look at it, he shows up every Monday to do this. He shows up every day in support of each of us and everyone. And my heart, Bob, my joy, my calling in life is to really help other people, help their dreams come true, their callings, help them to create that. And this, I cannot even believe this. Like, I came into Valentines, I had no idea, but I was willing to work. Like, I jumped in and I worked, and whenever he said, earn as you learn, that's what I did. I mean, you have to try it out. It either will work for you or not. There's either results or there's not. I jumped in and I was shocked in my first week's work. Not positive what works for me to share or not, but my first pay was $1,928. It wasn't even really a whole week. It was 4 days. And I was shocked. It totally got my attention. But by my second week, I was like, oh my gosh, I have got to go hit diamond. I've got to see all the ways we can make this work. I love that it's not one way. Like, you can correct me, but I'm seeing like 8 different streams of income that you can do with this. It doesn't have to be one way or another. And so literally, if you want to make this company work, it doesn't matter. I'm 62 years old. I have no education to take care of any of this. I'm out there and I'm trusting that somebody else who's already driven that path can go, oh, watch out for there's a pothole over here. This turns really sharp, slow down when you get here or whatever. And John is there doing that. There's other people in the company that are so generous with their time and experience saying, hey, do this, do that. But what really works, put yourself in the driver's seat. Do it yourself. Like if you jump in the driver's seat in this company, if you're willing to do the work, you will have success. You cannot fail in this company. There are so many possibilities. You decide what you want to earn, what you want to make. And when John was talking about, I wanted to make this much more, like every time you just set the bar a little higher. And when I came in, it was just to see if there was a possibility. Oh my goodness. In a month's time, I made almost $10,000. And that wasn't even counting hitting my diamond and everything, which I'm so grateful. Like I can achieve this. Like me, like 62 years old, no education for it. Like I can do it. If I can do this, anyone can. And what it really, really, really takes is work and effort. And that's my experience in life. I have so many friends who work so hard and their work and effort, like their money doesn't match the work and effort. And that has been my passion and my drive to find a way to help people live a better life, honestly. And so with this, they have an option where they can literally put their time and effort in and make a difference in their life. And if you're willing to give it a go, I can't believe how cheap it is to jump in either. I guess $20 to jump in. Like you buy your own company and you have all of this support. Like you can't fail if you're willing to work. What you really have to do is decide how much time you're willing to put into it. And if you, and we can structure a business plan for anybody for whatever you want to do. And there's so many people that are willing to do that. Just raise your hand and say, hey, I want to do this. I want to make 500 a week, a month, or whatever it is. But if you want to make really big money, like it's here too. Like if you're willing to do that, and I know so many of us have that in our heart, that calling that we're called to serve this way or that way. And this is a vehicle. Get in the driver's seat and go claim what's in your heart.
Well, fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay, Judy, fantastic. And number one, just congratulations on your success so fast. I mean, we had you on here a few weeks ago. You were, just structured emerald on your way to get to diamond. Here you are, diamond. Maybe we'll see double diamond by the end of the month. I know that's what you're looking for. So, but folks, I do want to say just a couple things. One of the things that Judy talked about is, anything worthwhile in life's going to take work. It's going to take hard work, right? And so, this is not some get rich quick thing. This is, the thing is, you have to work hard in your job if you're going to excel. You have to work hard at anything if you're going to excel. The question is it going to give you a return for your efforts? And the compounding effect of building a team and how that can return is I just don't think anything else can compare. But when people ask me, because you made, talked about making almost $10,000 last month. So people say, how much can I earn? The only answer I'm ever comfortable giving somebody is, somewhere between zero and a bunch. I don't know, right? I mean, because it's based off of your individual efforts and what you're willing to do. So, signing up is not going to put $10,000 in your pocket like it has for Judy. It takes effort and it takes work. So I want to make that point very clear. So with that, thank you very much. We'll hear from you again. Now I'm going to go to Julie. And Julie, I don't know if I've ever pronounced your name before. I believe it's Muensaveng. Is that correct?
Muensaveng.
Okay. Say that one more time.
Muensaveng. That's very close though, John.
Okay. Well, for me, close is really good. because I'm terrible with names. So listen, you were also at Loomerland, and you're from the Seattle area. You're having some great success as well. So tell us about that. Tell us what's going on.
Well, first of all, this is Julie Muensaveng here from Bellevue, Washington. I am not in Bellevue at the moment, but I'm still here in San Diego. So Double Diamond, and I want to share a little bit of myself, and some of you have not met me or know a little bit about me. So what my background is that I was born and raised from Laos, a little tiny country between Thailand and Vietnam, and also I am in the IT field where it has taught me so much being part of our Valentines family. So basically, when I got into this business is all about my health and my weight at that moment. Now forwarded, I have lost over 30 pounds. As those of you have seen me would not imagine that, but then I started to do the business not right away. When I see the value of my weight, my health, my pains, and that's when I really got into the business. Maybe like about 6 months later. So the value of the business is that $20 membership fee for me that I want to share with everybody, that Dave and Joyce Jordan have given us the opportunity for any levels of education or even income to be part of this business. It's $20 because I'm in the IT field and I know how much it costs for everybody to do their own website, to do the graphic design, to do all those IT field and all the accounting and all that, which is Valentines has given us that for free. And I'm very blessed and grateful to be in the IT business, to come and share this with everybody, that the value in that is so very little that we can just, like Dr. Chi said, you know, McDonald's, you go in there, you spend $20 or even more. So anyway, I just want to thank everyone, all the top leaders, Dr. Chi, John Haremza, all the leaders that take their time and effort weekly, daily to come and do this Zoom and educate us and share with us. But I want to share so much of is this past weekend where all of us is there. Everybody's phone was off because of no reception. And we have that special retreat to learn, not just from our formulator. Thank you so much, Ty and Sean Loomer, to share with all that information. It was overwhelmed, but trust me, you know, we have, a lot of us have video and all that stuff as well, and that's the closest we can do with our electronic. And all the doctors that was out there sharing all the testimonials and all, and the demonstration as well. And I am really, really blessed and grateful to have meet new families from our Valentines there as well. I know I might forget a lot of things that I was thinking of saying, but I want to thank John Haremza for inviting me here as well. But all in all, like I said, I learned that our guts is very important, and also what we have taken in our body is, I've gained so much knowledge this weekend as well from what I didn't think I would ever learn. And I'm so excited to share with everybody else in the future as well. While I'm here, I just want to say that, you know, being part of the Valentines has given me a choice of taking the time to, like, I was down in Vegas last week, and I'm off the whole week just to come here to the Loomerlands and gain more education. And I'm still here in San Diego. Why? Because I admitted that Valentines has given me the opportunity to go out there and share and help lots more people, and all of us is helping out. And not only that, like I said, I have a choice to pick my time to do what I wanted to do when I know it's very important for me to come out and do that. But don't get me wrong, I still work, I still have a job, but it has given me a choice, an opportunity to come out and do this as well. So again, I want to thank everyone that's listening. But if you're being invited here today, and if you're new, I encourage you guys to get back to them and get more information or get started, because the time is right now. Let's do all this together, all of us. So thank you again.
Julie, thank you so much. Congratulations. And you're probably, after, traveling around the country, Vegas, I think, were you in Sioux Falls as well?
Yes, I was.
Yeah. So, 3 weekends in a row of Valentines, crazy. You got to be jacked up. But you mentioned, you have a job, you have a full-time job. And I just popped into my head, Jim Rohn, what he says, because most people work this part-time, working, full-time on your job, but part-time on your fortune. Part-time on your fortune, part-time on your freedom to someday, as many others have, I see you walking away from that and doing this on a full-time basis and having the fun and the freedom that's associated with that. So with that, everybody, I am going to just quickly go through this last thing here. I'm going to share my screen again, and I want to go through this again because I think it's powerful, is helping people understand the options of getting started. You can stick your toe in the water, for a $20 one-time membership fee, and buy one product, right? You're a member, you can start sponsoring people and, enjoying the products and enrolling people, earn some basic commissions. You can, get a little better value if you want to have a few more products, $145, or the advanced pack $130 or $239. Now, if you really want to do the business, this is what I encourage people to do, is the business pack or the career pack. And there's really 5 reasons for that. And I'm just going to touch on those quickly. Number one is giving you a good example, because setting that example, because every time you sit on across from somebody, they say, you know what, this looks really good. What did you do to get started? You got to tell them. And so you have the ability to kind of set the pace, set the example on how other people are going to join or follow what you did. Right? So getting started the right way is very, very important. That's why when you say yes, that's when our job begins, not when it ends. I believe getting started with the business pack, with the career pack, is going to give you your greatest chance of having success here. Because of that, setting that example, because it gives you products to sell and to sample and to use. It gives you a better value. You go from spending $59 per product. You can get it all the way down to $33 with a career pack. Demonstrates commitment. I think that's another important element. You're earning, you automatically become a Ruby, which, there's benefits in that, because now what happens is you go from earning 5% to 20% on the dual team commissions, right? You also start legacy qualification, which is really the leverage part of our business, and a 4 to 5 level matching check. Right. So, here's what I'm telling people, get in, as Don Carson says, get in where you fit in. I like to say, get in somewhere between, serious and nervous. But I'm gonna stop sharing my screen here before, as I say goodbye. But the important thing is you just get started, right? Don't play that, game as soon as, right? I mean, that's what most people do. They procrastinate their life away. Soon as I'm going to get going, just as soon as, the weather gets nice. And then as soon as the weather, it's too nice now, right? So when the weather gets a little bit chilly, or when the kids get out of school, or, this happens or that happens, the time is now, right? Let's get started now. People need to hear about what it is that we have, right? So help us do that. With that, get back with the person, put you on Zoom, get your questions answered. Let's get you started, and let's start changing the course of your